Hello future CS, welcome back to my channel. So today we are diving into an important and highly tested area of CA final financial reporting, that is MCQs from the case scenario booklet. These case based MCQs can be tricky, but with the right approach you can ace them with confidence. So in this session I'll walk you through a case scenario, break it down step by step and show you how to apply the right concepts to arrive at the correct answer. So grab your notebooks and let's get started. Also guys, if you are new to my channel, I request you all to subscribe and hit the bell icon below so that you can get notified whenever I post new videos. So here I have opened the ICAI website. So here you can see new scheme of education and training. Click on that and scroll down below. So here you can see case scenarios booklet for intermediate and for final. So you can click here on final, then click here paper 1 financial reporting. So today we'll be solving the first case scenario from this booklet. So here if you scroll down, here you have case scenario 1. So first let's read this out and then we'll solve this. A Limited is engaged in the business of manufacturing a number of products including molds, dies and machinery. They have a wide customer base both within India and abroad. Typically, a contract is entered into for sale of each product and consideration is received on the event of delivery of goods to the customer place. The cost of each mold is rupees 400 and the selling price is rupees 450. The terms of the contract entitle the customer to return any unused molds within 30 days and receive a full refund. The company estimates that the cost of recovering the mold will be immaterial and expects that the returned molds can be resold at a profit.
The company has sold a total of 10,000 molds.
During the month ended 31st March 2014, from the past experience, A Limited expects that 3% of the molds will be returned during the current year. So basically this question relates to the provisions of Ind AS 115, that is revenue from contracts with customers. So totally there are 6 MCQ in this case scenario. Let's go through each of them and let's try to solve it. So question number 1. Consideration received from the customer is option A variable, option B fixed, option C both variable and fixed, option D there is no consideration. So as per paragraph 50 of Ind AS 115, the transaction price can vary due to discounts, rebate, refunds, credits, incentive, performance, bonus, penalties or other similar items. Also, Ind AS 115 requires the entity to determine the transaction price, which includes any variable consideration. So in this case, since the customers have the right to return the mold, so as we saw in the question that the company estimates that 3% of the mold will be returned during the current year based on their past experience. Hence, in this case, the consideration received from the customer is variable. Since the customers have the right to return the mold, the consideration is not fixed but it is variable. Hence, the answer is A variable. Question number 2. Upon the transfer of the control of 10,000 molds, the entity will recognize revenue for A 10,000 molds, B 300 molds, C 9,700 moles or D 10,300 moles. So Ind AS 115 requires revenue to be recognized when the control of goods are transferred, but it also requires an estimated of expected returns. So in this case we saw, since the company expects that 3% of the molds would be returned. So out of the 10,000 molds sold, 3% molds are expected to be returned. So as per paragraph 53 of Ind AS 115, an entity should estimate the amount of variable consideration to which it expects to be entitled. Also as per paragraph 55, the entity should include variable consideration only to the extent that it is highly probable that a significant reversal will not occur. So hence in this case, out of 10,000 modes, 97% of 10,000 modes, that is 9,700 modes. So the entity will recognize revenue for 9,700 modes. A Limited expects 3% of the modes to be returned based on the past experience. Hence the revenue is recognized for the 97% of the expected modes which is expected to be retained by the customers. So the entity will recognize revenue for 9,700 modes. Answer is C, 9,700 modes. Question number 3. Entity recognizes revenue of A 45 lakhs, B 43 lakh 65,000, C 1 lakh 35,000 or D 1 lakh 20,000. So as per paragraph 47 of Ind AS 115, revenue is recognized based on the amount of consideration to which the entity expects to be entitled. So in this case, out of the 10,000 molds sold, 3% molds are expected to be returned. So the revenue is recognized for the balance 97% molds. That is 9,700 molds at a selling price of rupees 450 each. Hence the revenue to be recognized is 9,700 into 450, which is 43 lakh 65,000 rupees. So the answer is B, 43 lakh 65,000. Question number 4. The entity recognizes a refund liability of A rupees 45 lakhs, B rupees 43 lakh 65,000, C rupees 1 lakh 35,000, D rupees 1 lakh 20,000. So as per paragraph 55 and 56 of Ind AS 115, the entity should recognize a refund liability for the amount of consideration it expects to refund to the customer. So in this case, out of the 10,000 molds sold, 3% molds are expected to be returned. That is 300 molds. So the refund liability will be 300 molds into rupees 450 per mold. That is 1,35,000. So the answer is C, 1,35,000. Question number 5. The entity recognizes a return asset of A rupees 45 lakhs, B rupees 43 lakh 65,000, C rupees 1 lakh 35,000 or D rupees 1 lakh 20,000. So Ind AS 115 allows the recognition of the asset for the right to recover the product from the customer when a refund liability is recognized. So as per Ind AS 115, when a refund liability is recognized, an entity should also recognize an asset for its right to recover the goods upon settling the refund liability measured at the cost of the goods. So in this case, 300 modes that would be returned, the entity can recognize the asset for this 300 modes at the cost of these goods. So 300 modes into rupees 400. The cost of these modes are rupees 400. So the total asset to be recognized is 300 modes into rupees 400, that is rupees 1,20,000. So when the customer returns the product, the entity can recognize the return asset. 300 modes are returned and the cost per mode is rupees 400. So the answer is D, rupees 1,20,000. So the question number 6 is relating to the journal entry for the above. So the Ind AS 115 states that the entity should recognize the following. That is the total sales value, that is trade receivables. This reflects the amount due from the customers before considering returns. Revenue for the amount not expected to be returned and refund liability for the amount expected to be refunded. So the total sales value, in this case it will be rupees 45 lakhs, that is 10,000 molds into rupees 450 per mold. Next, the entity should recognize the revenue for the amount not expected to be returned. So that will be 9,700 molds into rupees 450 per mold. This will be a revenue. Next, refund liability for the amount expected to be refunded. That is 300 molds into rupees 450 per mold. This is the refund. Hence, following is the journal entry. Trade receivables debit
rupees 45 lakhs.
So this is the amount due from the customer before considering the returns. That is 10,000 molds into rupees 450 per mold. Next, revenue for the amount not expected to be returned. That is 9,700 molds into rupees 450 per mold, which is rupees 43,65,000. And then the refund liability for the amount expected to be refunded. That is 300 molds into rupees 450 per mold. To refund liability 1,35,000. So the answer is D, journal entry. So that's it guys for today's session. I hope this walkthrough helped you understand how to tackle case scenario based MCQ in financial reporting. Remember, practice is key. The more you analyze and solve, the better your accuracy and speed will be in the exam. So if you found this video helpful, don't forget to like, share and subscribe to the channel for more exam focused content. Also drop a comment below if you have any doubts or if there is any specific topic you would like me to cover next. All the best for your exams. Keep practicing, keep learning. And I will see you all in the next video.